Hi everyone, good afternoon. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to today's training session. Thank you for being here and thank you for being here every week. We appreciate your commitment to Moracle Foundation training sessions. And just a second. So today we are continuing the stage 6 of Moracle Accountancy Formula filing with authorities. And if you have any questions or anything to ask about this stage or the other 5 stages, you can wait for the 10-minute question and answer at the end of the session. And before we start, just remember that tomorrow is the last day of registration for the impact program, the ATCF mindset training. So if you want to be a part of that program, you can just go ahead and register by the link. I will send it in the chat box. And also a good news to share, we are going to be in collaboration with ACCA for ACCA Advantage program. I think you all heard of ACCA Advantage program. We already have a pilot program with ACCA, but we are going to be exclusively working with ACCA in this program. And there is an event in July that if you are in London, look for that event. It's a university event that Mola is going to be there representing Moracle Foundation. And that's when we start our exclusive collaboration with ACCA program. And yes, I wanted to just share that good news with you, and you're going to hear of it more in the following weeks. So yes, hope you have a great session, and thank you again for being here. And let's start our session. And I encourage you to turn your cameras on if you can, so we can have a more engaging session. And remember that these sessions are being recorded and they're going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So just be aware of that. And thank you again. Yes, to you, Morlai.
Thank you very much, Sepede. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. It's good to see you guys here today again. And that week goes so quickly. Yes, it's really busy, and the Moracle Foundation. It's never a dull moment, we say, at Moracle. Yeah, but Moracle Foundation is lots of activities happening. This work with the ACCA, we are so excited, really excited, to be involved. Yes, and just to support, to train, just to capacity build, to help to transform the lives, of these young people who are coming into the profession. Yes, and all over the world. So it's not only the UK, but all over the world. Yes, it's always been my long kind of dream, to be able to pass on, the knowledge, that one is getting over the years, the experience, call it a blessing, to other people. The young people are the ones who are coming into the profession. Yes, they're the one who are going to take over, you understand? So to be able to be part of, that shift, that transformation, that process, particularly the profession, is really exciting. It's really, chuffed to bits, but it's a lot of hard work though, I always keep saying to the team, yes, now that we are in the limelight, now that we're doing all of this, we are all going to be stretched. We now need to raise our game up, and our commitment to it, emotionally involved in what we do. Yeah, but just share, don't hold back, share with somebody. Yeah, will be my mantra. Yes, and there's so much to share. You might think you don't know much, but really, just try sharing whatever you know. You will realize that there's so much that you are blessed with. Yeah. So keep sharing. That's what we're doing in Moracle Foundation, to share. Yeah, and to share the specialized knowledge that we have. Yeah. So it's good to see you guys. And also just so thank you all, for those who are praying for us, those who are there in your thoughts and prayers, those who are actually involved. Yes, each and every one of you guys present here every day, every week, yes, every month, yeah, supporting what we do. So continue to ring the alarm bell, so to speak. Yes, make some noise wherever you go. Yes, about the foundation and what we do here. So we thank you. Yeah, we're grateful. Yeah. But today, again, we're here to talk about the Moracle Accountancy Formula, this formula that is so close to what we do. Yes. It's so close. Yes. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, every day, I get to, to interact with this formula every day. Yes. Every day. And I hope, that it's the same for you guys. Yeah, where you are able to put this into practice. Yeah, because practice makes perfect. Every day you touch on something, yeah, apply it, to the Moracle Accountancy Formula. Yes, the more you do this, the more it becomes second nature. The more things are opening up. When I'm talking to colleagues now, or even talking to other, affiliates, whether they be, in the accounting world or non-accounting world, my basis of having the conversation here is this Moracle Accountancy Formula. Yes. This morning, our mindset training program, yes, so we're sharing about, public speaking, and the fear that steps in, the fear that overtakes you, overwhelms you, when you have to talk or speak in public. Yes. And for me, one of those fears, the way I conquer the fear, is knowing my stuff, about the Moracle Accountancy Formula. I can engage, I can talk about it. You understand? I can share my knowledge. I'm open to, to be criticized. I'm open for questions to be thrown at me. And then, I think about it and then respond, So that's one way I conquer my fear of public speaking. Yes. To know your subject matter. Yeah. And but also not knowing, but also to be able to apply it. I apply this every day, so I can talk about it. Yeah. Because it's not that I'm just engineering, manufacturing something. This is something I'm doing every day. Yes. So it's easier to talk about it when you're doing things every day. Yeah. So I would say keep doing this, guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it looks like we're repeating ourselves, but you know what? Repetition is the best way to learn things. Yeah. Make it look simple. Yes. Easy. Yes. And simple. That's what we're looking to do. Yes. Let it be simple, and then make it easy. Yeah. So let me go through the 6 stages again. Stage number one, we say it's the management information systems. This is the stage where capture data, record it, analyze it, reconcile it. Yes, and over and over and over, as we are talking about this, it's becoming clearer that sometimes, what we involve in doing, we just becoming recorders. We just there as a clerk, just recording financial information after the event, just recording and recording. Yes, sales invoices were raised, we were not involved in it. Yes, the money we receive it from the customers, we were not involved in it. And then this money is in the bank account. Yes. And then we record that from the bank account. And we say we've done our job as accountants. Yes. A purchase invoice was received from a supplier. We were not there. We did not even get involved. We didn't have a clue, And then the payment was made to the supplier. We were not there. And we saw that money coming out to the bank statement. And then when we receive the bank statement, we're now going to be recording it. And then we say, well, we're accountant. We've done our job. Yes. Really, this is not what stage number 1 is saying. Yes. If we do that, and that's only what we do, we are just, what we call just involved in record keeping. Yeah, just recording. Yeah, after the event. And this is where it takes so much time. And even if you have time, when you do it, you don't do it correctly because you are not going to be able to get the full information when you're recording, after the event. So now more and more we're preaching about being involved, yes, in the event itself. When a sales invoice or when a sale took place, yeah, we should be there, yeah, and be able to raise that sales invoice and send that sales invoice out, and then follow up for the money to be paid from the customer. Yes, we should be involved before we get a supplier invoice. We should be able to make sure that we have a purchase order system where we allow that to go through before the invoice is received, and then the payment is made later on. Yes, we need to get involved. Stage number 1, management information systems. This is where all the different systems are coming together, yeah, to be able to make sure that data is captured, is recorded, is analyzed, and is reconciled. Yes. The more you spend time, going through this, asking questions, it becomes more clear. Yeah. Painting that picture, guys, is what I'm saying here. Yes. Making sure that everything is connected. Yeah. All the connectivities that we're talking about is there. Yeah. So important. It's so important, guys. Yeah. Integration. Yeah. Making sure that, the systems that we got down there, each and every one of those systems, they're all connected. Yeah, the sales ledger system, the purchase ledger system, the bank and cash. Yes, the where the information is stored. Yes, now we are creating, OneDrive systems, or an online, portal, where information is stored. Like sales invoices, copy of them, they are stored online. Purchase invoices, copy of those are stored online. Bank statement, copy of these are still online. So you could be anywhere in the world, and then you're able to access, this information. Yes. All of that need to be connected. It need to be integrated, yeah, with the other systems that exist. That's why we call it management information system. So all the different systems come together. Payroll system need to be connected to the accounting system. Yes. The VAT, yeah, in the UK, your system, yes, accounting system that you're using need to be connected to the HMRC. Yes. For example, if you're filing VAT, if you don't connect to HMRC, you will not be able to file your VAT. Your payroll, yes, the software that you use, it needs to be connected to the accounting system, but also it needs to be connected to, HMRC, because you need to file, your payroll every month. So the connectivity, yes, that needs to take place, yes, you got to be aware of that, and you got to make sure it is happening. So that is what stage 1 is all about, making sure that all the different systems, the connectivity is happening. Yeah, there's so much, what you call it, an artificial intelligence wrapped around this. Yes. But here we don't only talk about just the accounting and artificial intelligence, but we talk about the mindset. The mindset that you need to have to be able to make sure stage 1, yeah, is actually, working. Yeah, is I'm telling you, so important. Yeah, super important to have the mindset, whereby, you are not just sitting down waiting for information to come to you. You are being proactive. Yeah, you are going, and talking to people, explaining to them. Yes, today I was talking to some of my colleagues where I'm talking about, where CEOs are involved in doing, they call it bookkeeping, they call it coding, all sorts of different names they call it. Yes, they are recording transactions at that level. Yeah, and these are CEOs, and we are the finance people. We are there, and we are allowing those people, to actually, do this kind of stuff. Sorry, it's not acceptable. We should not be allowing them. So I've given an example, which, just like it says, you allow Bill Gates, to be doing bookkeeping. Yes. Bill Gates, to be calling the HMRC, when there's an issue. For Bill Gates, you understand, to be talking to the banks, about, transaction, which has not gone through the bank properly or whatever it is. Yes. Or Elon Musk, yes, doing stuff like that. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Do we allow, our CEOs of the companies that we're working for to do these things? All of these things is all about the mindset. Yes. We should not be allowing these guys. I know it's not easy. Yes, but we should not be allowing them. We should be standing there and saying, this is our job. Yes, we are the finance people. We are, charged with that responsibility to making sure these things are working. Yes, if there's any issue, you will fix it. We are Mr. Fixers. We are the partners, yes, trusted partners that the CEOs are working with, because we know what finance is all about. We know how to communicate. We know how to deal with difficult issues. This is the kind of mindset that we need to have, but not to just be in our cozy offices, and then just be recorders. And then we say we're accountant. Yeah. So stage one is all packed with these things. Yes, the mindset, the artificial intelligence, but also the accounting. Yes, the double entry system. Yes. Today I was talking to my colleagues again about the matching concept. When you are recording transactions, you should be able to see what the profitability of that business is, but also be able to now be aware of the cash flow implication. Because when transactions is now being recorded, from the bank perspective, bank is talking about money in, money out. Yeah, it's got to be pointing to you about the cash flow. It cannot be telling you about the profitability. Profitability and cash flow are two different things. If you are posting, in stage number one, do you understand the difference between profitability and then cash flow? Yes. So if you use the bank to just post transactions, then you will just be talking about the cash flow, because money in, money out, yeah, it tells you about your cash flow. Yeah. But profitability, you are looking at, a different metrics. You're looking at the sales invoice against the purchase invoice. Yes. That's what gives you your profit and the profitability of that business. So when you are posting stage number one, do you really aware, of this difference? Yeah. So sometimes we talk about the cash accounting against the accruals accounting, the cash accounting against the invoice accounting. So when you are in stage number one, are you aware of all of these things? Yeah. So number one is so super key, guys, particularly for the young people who are coming in, yeah, into the profession. You got to master these things. Yes. And it's a big competition, unfortunately or fortunately. Yeah, you're going to be competing with robots. You're going to be competing with, artificial intelligence. Yes. And that's what it is. It's the game, yeah, that we are playing now. Yeah, this is the era. Yeah, not like for us when we were, those years, manual. Yes, you got to do everything manually, writing those cash books. Yes, but now you'll be sleeping. Transactions are posted because of artificial intelligence. You cannot compete with it. The speed at which things are happening, the accuracy that you get when artificial intelligence is used, you cannot. Human beings, there's so much imperfections, when it comes to these things. Yeah. Not that we do it, out of like design or whatever it is, but it is how we are by nature. Yes, nature, we make mistakes, you understand? We drift. There's so much, that is distracting us as human beings. Yes, however much we say we try to concentrate, there's always something, yeah, that's going to cause us to shift, or to drift. Yeah, the computer, as long as it's programmed, yeah, it's just, that. It just do what it's programmed to do. Yeah. So, but you got to understand those fundamental. The mindset that you bring into work, guys, is so important, guys. Yeah. Okay. Stage one, after you've done stage one properly, it moves on to stage number two, management accounts and value added. Yeah. Every month you're going to prepare a management account, yeah, and give to those who are charged with strategic decision making. Those people who are actually thinking long term, medium term, short term, yes, for the business. They need financial information on time. And this information need to be in a certain, in a certain way that will help them to make that decision. That's what stage two is about. Profit and loss analysis, the balance sheet analysis, cash flow analysis, KPIs, Google Analytics, non-financial information. They need that, on a monthly basis so that they'll be able to take or make strategic decisions for the business going forward. Yes, that information is heavily reliant on stage number one. Number one needs to be done properly on time, for stage number two to happen. So number one and number two, those combined, help any business, to be able to weather the storm, to be able to grow. If a business is going to grow, number one and number two stages, yes, we are on top of it. Yes, and I'm saying to my colleagues here, for all the clients that we have, or wherever we are doing consultancy work or we're advising, stage one and stage two, we got to be on top of it. Yes, on top of it. Once we've done one and two, yes, we're on top of it. It makes number three very, very easy because statutory accounts is once every year. You prepare those accounts once every year. Statutory accounts. Yes. Why? Because the law says, by law. Yes. That's why it's a statutory account, by law. We're going to prepare accounts. Yes. If it's a charity, you're going to prepare those accounts and make sure, you comply with the Charities Act. Yes. With the Charity Commission FRS 102 requirement. If it's a company limited by shares, you're going to prepare those accounts based, on the Companies Act. Yes. If it's a company that's limited by guarantee, you got to prepare those accounts. If it's a CIC, a community interest company, you're going to prepare it based on the Companies Act, but also the CIC regulation. Yes, you got to. By statutory, by law, you don't have any choice there. You're going to prepare accounts. Yes, but you do it once every year. So if stage one and stage two is done and we're on top of it, then we'll be able to prepare those accounts, and those accounts will be fit for purpose. Yes, but Moracle, we don't only prepare accounts, we have scheduling. We schedule those numbers. These figures, every figure that is in the statutory account, will break it down so that, when a question is asked, where is this figure coming from? There's a breakdown. Yes, we have those schedules for debtors, for creditors, for fixed assets, for liabilities, creditors, for your funds, for the income, the cost of sales, the direct costs or the overheads. Everything is broken down, and we put it in a format that the reviewers, will be able to understand what has been done. But also, if you got query from HMRC, from any external stakeholders, you are able to go back to it and say, here's my schedule that support these numbers. And the basis, what you have used. If it's judgment or is assumption or estimates you have made to be able to arrive at those figures, you got your backup, you got your evidence, yes, supported, in the schedules. That's why at Moracle, we talk about statutory accounts and scheduling at all times. All accounts need to be supported by schedules. Yes. When you move from there, from the accounts, once the accounts have been prepared, stage number 4, if it's a company that is for profit, then you are talking about the corporation tax. Every business that is out there, the reason why they're called business, then they have to be profitable. For the business to be sustainable, for the business to keep going and grow, it's got to be profitable. If it's not profitable, that business is going to struggle, for survival. Yes, I know you say, oh, well, more like there's a lot of business out there that will make profit, like if you look at the big businesses, the likes of Google, yes, when they start, no, there's no profit there, even though to all this traffic, numbers of people, yes, they're not making profit. Yes, initially, that's how it is. Businesses, first 3 years are challenging years, as we know, yes, by statistics. But after that, they're going to be profitable. If they're not profitable, they're going to go under because it's not sustainable model. Businesses need to be profitable. And because they are profitable, they need to be able to take into consideration the corporation tax. Yes. So that's where stage number 4 comes in. You got to be able to say, well, hold on, what tax have I got to pay? How do I manage the tax exposure? Because it's an exposure. Yeah, it's a risk if you're not managing it, because you got so much to pay. And if you're not able to pay those taxes, then there are implications for the business. So stage 4 is so, so important. But it's got to be done after stage 3 has been done. Because once you've done stage 3 properly, yeah, stage 3 comes from stage number 1 and 2. Yes, then stage 4, you can manage, yes, and tax plan, yeah, for the tax that eventually will come up. It's not only corporation tax that we deal with in stage number 4. Yeah, you deal with, self-assessment. There are individuals like directors of a company that actually have more than one income, one source of income. More than one source of income means that they have to now prepare a self-assessment tax return. So you got to consider that. Yes. In addition to that, at Moracle, nowadays we're identifying research and development, tax relief for some of our clients, yes, who are involved in innovation, yeah, in IT or the kind of industry that attracts, research and development. Yeah. One of our clients that we've been dealing with, have just received over £100,000, from research and development grant or a relief that we worked on. Yes, this is additional income for that business for them to be able now to spend on more research and development activities that will help that business to grow in the future. Well, we need to do that as accountants. We should not just be doing just the normal taxation. We should be identifying issues where it will help our client to grow. That's why we are business partners with them. Yes, we're helping them to find, sources of funding. Yes, where there's relief, we need to be able to identify it to help them, so they can grow. Yes, so all these type of taxes, you got to be aware. But for you to be able to do it, you still need stage number 1 and number 2 to be up to date, to be recorded on time, to be accurate. Yeah, we are in there, not just recorders. We are able to see the income that is coming in. Why is this coming in? The money that is going out, why is it going out? We're checking, we're controlling it, we're advising. Yes, we're recording and reporting on it, so that when we get to the tax position, those numbers, we know those figures inside out. Number 5, it says reporting. At the end of the year, after we prepare those accounts in stage number 3, yes, you now need to consider whether, those accounts are going to either be audit, or are they going to be independent examination, or are they going to be accountant report? So in stage number 5, this reporting stage is a really big stage for us. Yes, particularly when it comes to audit. Audit, as you say, statutory audit by law, we got to do an audit. And we got to do an audit, based on, completely different rules. Yes, not the accounting rules. Obviously, the accounting rules is there, but also the auditing requirements are there. Yes, where the auditor need to apply professional skepticism at all times. Yeah, is standing in stage number 5, is looking back at what has happened in stage number 1 and stage number 3. It's got to design some tests based on its understanding of the organization that is auditing to test stage number 1, and those tests are called compliance testing or walkthrough test or system testing. And then it's going to be able to perform substantive testing, which is to do with stage number 3, yeah, where it's going to be checking those balances and transactions. Yes. So that's what the auditor standing in stage number 5 is doing. Is standing there in stage number 5 and is looking back. It's looking at stage 1, management information system. Yeah, it's looking at stage number 3, statutory accounts and scheduling. And it's saying, I got to design some tests to be able to test number 1, because number 1, why? Because everything starts with number 1. Number 1, there has to be a management information system that captures data, records the data, analyze the data, and reconcile that data. Yes? So we're going to test it. We were not there. As auditors, we were not there when transactions were being captured and recorded and analyzed and reconciled. How do we know they were being done properly? How do we know controls were in place? How do we know there was segregation of duties? How do we know there was authorization, proper authorization in place? Yeah, when those transactions were being captured, recorded, analyzed, and reconciled. So the auditor standing in stage 5 is looking back in stage number 1, and he wants to perform those tests. Yes, okay. The next bit that the auditor wants to do is to stand in stage number 5, is looking at stage number 3. Stage number 3 says the accounts would have been prepared. Statutory accounts. Well, now, it wants to now follow how these accounts were prepared. Well, we know accounts, for it to be prepared, yeah, the information is coming from stage number 1. Yes? If stage 1 was not good, it's not fit for purpose, how do you think stage 3, the accounts that we prepare, is going to be? Is it going to be good? Sorry, it's not going to be good if stage 1 is not good. So again, we'll go back again to stage 1. Stage 1 is got to be good. Yes, at all times. Not sometimes, at all times, stage 1. Because if stage 1 is good, then most likely stage 3 is going to be good. And when the auditor stands at stage number 5, is looking at stage number 3, after checking that stage 1 is good, and they can rely on it, then stage number 3, it begins to now say, well, maybe I can reduce, I will consider reduce some of my tests, my verification tests. That's what the auditor is doing. It's a special job, yeah, to be an auditor. Yes, because the mindset that you bring in there, yeah, skeptic, professional skepticism. You're doubting and doubting and doubting. You understand? But at the same time, you got to have emotional intelligence. Yes, understanding your own emotions and other people's emotions. Wow. You are a skeptic. You are trained to be a professional skeptic, but at the same time, you've got to be able to understand your emotion and other people's emotions. Well, try doing that. Yes, this is what auditing is about. Okay, so those who are coming and becoming auditors, you've got to bear that in mind. Yes, okay, you've got to have that balance. Yes, in everything we know is balance, but here you really got to be on the understander. You got to be professional skeptic at all times, but at the same time, you got to apply emotional intelligence. Yeah, when you're carrying out your audit, you got to know your stuff. You really got to know your stuff. Yeah, because you are open to so many, issues in front of you. Yeah, and challenges and different situations. Yeah, changing at all times whilst you are auditing. But you know what? Yeah, like everything else, if you are emotionally involved, if you really, really, want to do this and you decide this is what you're going to do, you love what you're doing, you know what, you will do it, you will enjoy it, and then you'll be able to add value. Are you with me? To a business, because businesses need audit. Yes, those businesses, auditing adds value. Yeah, because some businesses, after they've been audited, then external stakeholders rely, on the auditors, being, what you call it now, independent. Yeah, that auditor being credible, that auditor being objective. So when they write their report, an auditing report, they give their opinion. Third parties, they listen to it. Investors, they listen to these things. So that's how value is being added by an account being audited. So it's so important, guys. Yes, an auditor, auditing financial statements of a company. If it's not audit, then it is independent examination. That is a small, a lighter scrutiny. And then the accountant's report, yeah, that needs to be done in stage number 5. Now, stage number 6, think about it. Yes, we've done all this fantastic work during the course of the year. Stage 1, perfect. Stage 2, every month. Stage 1, every day, every week, every month. Stage number 2, every month. Yes. Stage number 3, well, you've done that, let's say, 3 months or 4 months after the end of the financial year. Yes. Stage number 4, you've done your tax, and then you manage to, to minimize the tax exposure of the business, and you file those taxes. Stage number 5, the auditing has been done. The auditor is satisfied. He gave an opinion that is okay. We call it a clean report. Now, stage number 6, what do we do with those? After all of those stages have been done, now we need to file with the authorities. We need to file with Companies House. We need to file with Charity Commission, and we need to file with HMRC. Yes? Think about it. All those 5 stages have been done. And then number 6, you file. And then you get Companies House and say, well done. These accounts are accepted. It's a tick. Yes. If it's a charity, you file with Charity Commission. And then Charity Commission comes and say, we accept those accounts. And the annual return, it's a tick. Yeah. If that company, it's a limited company and you need to file with HMRC, you file the City 600, the accounts, and also the self-assessment, SA 100, with HMRC, and you pay the liability as well. Yes, that is due. So you file 12 months, and then you pay the liability 9 months and 1 day, with HMRC for corporation tax purposes. Yeah, and the HMRC comes back and say, yes, accepted, your filing, and then you put a tick. Just imagine the feeling, guys. Yes, just imagine the feeling. You done stage 1, stage 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You file with the authorities, and then they come back and say everything is fine. Yes. I just want you to stop and then just experience that feeling. Yeah. If you're not feeling that, I'm feeling that. Because you know what that means? Yeah, to me, wow. I signed up. If I was, working in the finance function of the company, I did sign up, to be part of this team. Yes, that was going to be actually making sure that, yes, at the end of the day, when we've done all our work, we file with the authorities. Yes, and not only filing, but to make sure they accept this filing. Yes, and then we can put a tick and say, we have done our job. Then I can go, and ask for my leave for me to go and relax. I can go and ask, for a pay increase. I can go on a day-by-day basis to go and sleep, without having too much worry. I can go and then do, spend some time, do some research, do some studies, or take in some, what you call it now, other activities, to give yourself balance. Yes. That's the kind of feeling. Yeah, I feel, well, I'm happy. I've worked with, my colleagues, all through the year. We have been working so hard, and then finally we file those accounts, and HMRC, Companies House, and Charity Commission has come back and say, yes, accepted. Yes. It's a good feeling, guys. Yes. That's what we're about. Yes. After done stage 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, during the course of the year, and you file those accounts and they go through. Yes, guys, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm telling you, when I put a tick that we file, it's joy. I'm telling you, I feel that joy. Yes, you can say joy overflows. Yes, because now I can have a conversation with my client, for example. Yes, I can go to them and have this conversation and say, look, we've done this job. You understand? and we've done it to the best, of our ability. Yes, professionally done. Yes, now we can sign our name to the formula, that formula where we say we are the best guys out there. We are partners, with our clients. Yeah. And that, I'm telling you, you hear me talking a lot about the law of compensation. Yes. The law of compensation, where it says the amount of money you make is in direct proportion, to those three things. The amount of money that you make, it says, is in direct proportion to these three things. One, the need for what we do. As accountant, there's a need for what we do. Yes. Number two, the ability to do it. When you are able, to make sure that at the end of the day, you done stage number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, you file those accounts with authorities. The ability, you are demonstrating that professional ability. You are demonstrating that ability, yes? Because to be able to do number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 on time, and the client is happy, the kind of attitude that you would have brought to bear, the kind of mindset you would have to apply, throughout the year to be able to accomplish that. I'm telling you, it leads to one thing, but one thing, the ability. And I'm telling you, when you do that, consistently over the course of the year, yes, no doubt, you are leaving your clients, you are leaving your colleagues, you are leaving the external people, with one thing, but clear in your mind, the impression of increase, because you have touched their lives. That client is happy and he wants to pay you. Yes, that client wants to pay you because you have done your bit. You have shown that, yes, you are a trusted advisor. You are a partner. Yes, it was going to pay you. Even if you ask for more money, yes, it's going to consider it, and it's going to pay you because you have shown that you got the ability. You have shown that, well, you're committed, you're emotionally involved in their business. Are you with me? And what that does for you, you make yourself very difficult to be replaced. Yes? If you are so good, it's so difficult for you to be replaced. I'm telling you. I'm not saying you are irreplaceable, but you make it difficult because you are so good. Yes? Your value is so high to be able to do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and then number 6. They say it's the icing on the cake. Are you with me? Yes, when you file those accounts, they are accepted. Oh my goodness. Yes, and now I want to make you guys aware. If you are working for Moracle, wherever you are, and you're not able to file, you are missing, some good feeling. Because when you file accounts, there's a good feeling, yes, about it. And you get the acceptance from Companies House, from HMRC, yes, from Charity Commission to say, yes, accepted. Yes, your filing has been accepted for this year. And in Companies House, the company's record is updated. And you can see the accounts have been filed. And you can see the account is attached there for the public to see it. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. It's a feeling that I'm telling you, yes, no amount of money can pay for that. You can tap yourself in the shoulder to say, I've done my job, for this year. Yeah, and that is what I am talking about here when you talk about commitment, guys. Yes, you are committed to doing this. But for number 6 to be done on time, yes, guess what? It means that number 1 has to be on top. We need to be on top. Yes, because number 1 is going to be done every day, every week, every month. Yes, for number 6 to be on time. Yes, number 1, we need to be making sure that number 1, we are data capturing, data recording, data analysis, data reconciling every day, every week, every month. Yeah, okay. If we do that, chances that number 2 will be in place. Number 3 will be in place. Number 4 will be in place. Number 5 will be in place. And then number 6, definitely the icing on the cake. Yeah, but if we were late to do number one, we are always running behind. Yes, backlog upon backlog. Things are being all over the place. Yes, number two is going to be late. The information that we're going to give is not going to be good. Yes, because we are always rushing. Number three, all sorts of adjustments you're going to see. All those journals, correction of misposting, correction of misposting. Yeah, I've seen description whereby, people are correcting, mistakes, of misposting and then of misposting. Think about it. You correct misposting of misposting and misposting. Oh my goodness. By the time you try to unpack that, you don't know, what is going on. Because number one, it's not done on time. Number one, it's not done properly. Number one, the attitude that will bring there is not okay. Are you with me? So number six is going to be a big risk. Are you with me? If number one is not okay, number two is not okay, number three is not okay, yeah, be sure number six is not going to be okay, guys. Yeah. And this is what I want to just quickly bring to your attention. I want to see your faces, See, I'm not seeing your faces because I want to see how you feel. Because this one, I want to appeal to your emotions now. If you can turn your camera on, please turn your camera on because I want to see your face. I want to ask some questions, Just think about it, This is now, I want us to just reflect on this. Yes. We have been employed, yes, to be part of the finance function. Yes. And we sign a contract, and we've been paid to do that job. Yeah. And we came and say, oh, this is the best job. This is what I want to do. And yeah, you are involved in doing stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then number 6, you file those accounts with the authorities in the whole year you've been working to file those accounts. Because remember, in the whole year, all these stages that we're doing is leading to one thing at the end, to file those accounts with the authorities. Yes, Companies House, HMRC, yes, Charity Commission, the banks, the funders, and all these kind of people's external stakeholders. The whole year that we've been going every day, every week, every month, yeah, is to be able to do this. Okay? And then what happened? At the end of the day, these accounts are filed and these accounts are rejected. Or these accounts are filed, but they are late. I want you guys to just paint that picture. You have been waking up every day, yes, every week, every month, yes, going to their finance office, or you are doing your work if you're working in practice, yes, every day, every week, every month. Then these accounts, yes, and now stage number 6, they are late. Or if you file them, they are rejected. Yeah, they say, well, sorry, these accounts are not fit for purpose. You've missed out something. I just want to see, and ask the question, how would you feel, guys? How would you feel? Yeah, remember earlier, I did say when we file on time, yes, we filed it, accepted it, we put a tick there and say, oh, that feeling was good. Yes. As I said, if you didn't tap me on my back, you say more like, well done, Molai. I'm going to say, well done, Molai, because I've done it every day, every week, every month. Yes. I am waking up to come and do this. Yes. The right attitude, the mindset. I know some of my colleagues are going to, cheese me off, Some of them, I complain, some of them, I shout out, whatever it is, get too much excited, Molai, what is going on? Yes. Every day, every week, every month. One thing, that is clear in my mind, I want to, when I get to stage 6, I want to make sure those accounts, we file them with the authorities, You understand? So that they will accept it, and then I can put done, Okay. And I'm saying here, the reverse happened. Those accounts are late. Those accounts are filed on time, but they were rejected. Yeah, because something was missed out. Yeah, or the report were not correct. How would you feel? I want to talk about that feeling, guys. Yes? Okay. You don't need to answer me now, but I just want you to, in your quiet moments, feel. How would you feel? This accountant, this person that has got more like, sorry, my name does not have my FCC behind it. Yes. I keep saying to these guys, it says, don't put my name just only more like that. You have to put my comma and put FCCA. Yes, behind it. Then I want to see it, how I will feel. I got more like, comma, FCCA behind my name. And then I am now filing an account that is late. Or I'm filing an account, that is rejected by Companies House, or rejected by HMRC, and rejected by Charity Commission because I've made a mistake. More like Agbo FCCA, I'm filing an account where, and I don't even care about, the consequences. Yeah, more like Agbo FCCA, you understand? I just don't worry, Well, the account is late, it's late. Okay, well, who cares? Yeah, more like Agbo FCCA, you understand? I want you guys to think about it. How would you feel? How would you feel? Every day you wake up to come and do this. Every week, every month, all that effort. Yeah, it's just like a runner, doing what you call it now. It just now, how many steps, to the finish line, and it stops. Are you with me? That feeling is not a nice feeling, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not a nice feeling. And there are massive consequences. Yes, guys. There are massive consequences, yeah, for not filing accounts on time. Really massive consequences. Yeah. Because number one, yeah, she talk about, late filing penalties. Yeah. And remember this, for just for this, for your background, always like to talk about background. In the UK, this late filing penalties, they were introduced in 1992. Yeah. Basically, it was to encourage directors to file the accounts and report on time. Yes. And the reason why that was because this information was required for the public record. Yeah, in 1992, guys. Think about it. Yeah. Before that, well, everything goes. Now, the public record. Did you hear that? Public record. So now, anybody, public, can go, to Companies House and search for any